Oh, yeah, we
Thank you.
have it. Yeah, we done it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I was having,
Yeah, it's okay.
I was trying to find a good connection. I'm here. Nice to be here.
Okay, perfect. We have you. So at the beginning, I would try to say a little bit about you because we've met a few years ago during the meeting in our Polish European Week of the Vaccination, and I've got a chance to join to WHO. So now we work together, and I'm really happy that you find the place, the time for us to have this live chat. Because, as you know, we've got lots of problems, lots of myths, misinformation about coronavirus. I know that even the ECDC already used the information, used a sign that it's called like info epidemic, because we've got lots of information, but they are not so official, and that's why I want to contact with you and hear a few things from directly from WHO about the coronavirus. First of all, I'll just read because I checked from the Joseph Hopkins information that we've got already over 2,200 deaths because of coronavirus. Of course, mostly they are China, but the second country for now is South Korea. Yeah, so maybe at the beginning, because I know that you are representative of Europe, WHO Europe. So what you can tell us what we know now about the coronavirus in general?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I think it's very important that we talk about what is the information that we have now, and because it changes. As you know, this is a new coronavirus. We have coronavirus around for a long time, but some of them are more serious. And in this case, like we had MERS before and we had SARS before, now this new coronavirus, which disease is now called COVID-19, well, is among us, and our knowledge grows every day. I think what is important is that we need to treat this with respect, but not with panic. And it's very important that we really keep informed of what we know today as the information is changing. Now it seems that this virus has affiliation for older adults. And you know, so this is going also to, as we learn more things, it has an impact in our risk. So we need to keep informed.
Yeah.
Go to the page, programs like this, and learn as much as possible, but not panic, but respect.
Okay, perfect. And Paloma, tell us how WHO get the information, how many people are sick, how the information collected.
Well, the most important is to work with the country. In this case, is China. We are in constant communication with China. Plus, we have teams there, not just WHO. We are collaborating with CDC. We are collaborating with other partners, but especially with in China, and we update the numbers as we know. You will see numbers changing, and this is normal because you know, there was a big change between the epidemiological definition, and we were talking about confirmed cases. But then when when they started to use the clinical definition, which is you know, by symptoms, then the numbers really increased. In addition, all countries report to WHO. So that we know when we have new focus, and immediately we can put the measures.
Okay, so I've got, of course, a few of questions, so that's why I want to ask you one by one. Do we already know what is the source of this virus? Do we know this animal which already is already founded or not?
No, there are some speculations, but it's better not to speculate because you know, it creates confusions, and it can also create a problem. There is what we know today is probably a source from a wild animal with an intermediary host, and then but there's been several animals named, but I think we should wait for all the evidence.
Oh yeah, I ask you a little bit tricky because that's why I want to show people that we don't have to guess what is going on. We should follow the official information, not only try to make anything panic. That's why I actually ask about it, because I know that we still don't know about the animal, the source of the virus. But the point is that it's not so important because of treatment, etc. Because we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so about Europe, because I want to ask that we are now in a place that we should be afraid, I mean the European people, about coronavirus, or not so?
No, I think that this is a very important point you are making. When you get into panic mood, when you start to take measures that don't take you anywhere, they take you anywhere. You know, you spend a lot of money, you spend a lot of effort, but then they don't take you anywhere. And what we need to focus is in preparedness. Poland is doing a very good job in preparedness, and most probably we will see more cases in Europe. That's normal that people move, but the important thing is to be prepared, to know what to do when a person arrives to the country, or if a case appears in Poland. Most cases are still linked to China, and also it's important to take the measures for the public. For the public now, what they need to know is that the best prevention is washing your hands. Washing your hands is you know, using etiquette for sneezing. Like since I'm on video now, I will say that, you know, you cover your elbow so that your droplets don't go everywhere. So you will be protected, but you will be also protected from influenza. You know, we are still in winter. So the most important thing is that the country take the measures in surveillance, inform, disseminate to the public, and that's the most important thing that we have to do now.
Perfect. So you think in general that Europe is ready, even if the epidemic is going on to Europe, we are ready for this, don't you think so?
Yeah, we are as much as we can be. I mean, as we know more of the epidemic, there were things that we will need to modulate our epidemic. But it's important that you know, videos like this, information to the public. In our website, you will find videos for specialists, for doctors, for nurses, for specialists. You know, be sure to get your information from a good source and possible of the coronavirus. This is good not for today. It's also good for other epidemics. Not a matter of the epidemic today, is when we will have the next, because there is more climate change. Animals were not as before, like mosquitoes are appearing in certain places. We remember Zika, we have MERS, we have. So important thing is that we get informed and we know, no panic, what to do.
Yeah, so can we still say that we have an epidemic situation in Europe, or epidemic situation is just in China?
Excuse me, I
see that we've got a little bit problem with the connection, but so I will ask again, can we call it that in Europe we have an epidemic situation, or we just have epidemic situation in China?
No, now the situation is in China. It's a public health emergency. And what this means is that countries, it's very, very important that countries get together and work together to give a response to this situation. But the situation is in China. Most cases that we have seen, basically all are connected to in China. But unless we have a global response, we will not be able to do it. For Europe right now, what we need is to, you know, what we are doing, to monitor the cases, to share the information. Very important to continue the surveillance. No, so every case that appears, to determine the contacts. You know, if a person is, we suspect let's say that we have a person coming to Poland in a plane with fever, that China, then so it's very important that the system detect that person fast.
Yeah.
Putting in quarantine, usually it's about 14 days. And then if the person is negative for coronavirus, we do the test. And if the person, you do a series of tests, you don't do it just one, but 3 times. And if the person is negative, the person can continue her life or his life. But if the person is positive, then you need to continue until, the person is confirmed with the virus or not. And then you study the contacts. If was a contact is close, we are looking especially for close contact, your family, if you are taking care of someone. Casual contacts is not, but it's not. Those are considered low risk. In any case, there are certain measures, and this is what the countries are putting. To be aware of them. So if you are coming from China, you think that you've been exposed, don't come to Poland and go through the bus, But these are normal common sense that you will find it in our pages. You can read or in GIS, the main sanitary inspectorate, very good information in Polish, or the National Institute of Public Health. In China, and if you have not been in China, so that all misinformation is out.
Okay. So tell us what for us means, because I know that this WHO alert for people means that it's a more panic situation. Can you tell us, or calm down, because I know that we should be calm down about it, but can you tell us a little bit that what means for us the WHO alert?
Well, I say that a WHO alert means that if we really want to tackle this epidemic, countries need to work together. But stigma doesn't work. It doesn't mean that, you take all these like closing borders. Those measures are in general not effective, and you use a lot of efforts to keep, to close a border. So what this means is that that we consolidate the measures. I mean, and then when we have an international regulations, this is the international health regulations, and we follow them to respond to this epidemic. Of course, countries can take additional measures if they consider that they are important, but we discuss the justification, we discuss the effectiveness of these measures. But basically, a public health emergency means countries get together and discuss the most effective measures for the epidemic, and to respond to this public health emergency. And because there are measures like you say, okay, shall we close all meetings and not have mass gatherings? Do I need to use a mask? And now we are in a situation, that we cannot find masks when we are looking for, and so the idea is that we use measures that really are effective, but the most important is that we work together with no stigma.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Tell us, I've got just 2 more questions. First one is about masks. Is it good to wear it or not? Because I know that in Poland we are empty of the masks because everyone wants to buy it just in case of epidemic situation. So tell us some more about it.
Well, I think this is a very good question for 2 reasons. Where I think we need to talk about the importance that healthcare workers like you have direct public contact with the public. We need to ensure that those people that are in the front line, like you, and especially the people that are now treating with the epidemic, they need to have the mask, the equipment, everything. They need to be protected. For the public, the mask that just by themselves, they are not going to protect you from the coronavirus. And then the other thing is that you need to use the mask properly, because you need to put the mask. It's not so important the type of mask that you use, which is relevant, but how you use it. If you have your mask, but you keep on taking it out to drink, or you use the mask, but it has, the spaces that you have here and here is not good. So in general, the mask is better for the person that has the disease to protect the rest, more than for you to be protected. I mean, in this case, that's what we know for the coronavirus. And certainly for Poland, I don't see the reason to use the mask right now. It's better that we keep it for you as a health professional to protect you.
The doctors, the nurses, I know, the medical staff. So the most important thing is just to clean up the hands all the time.
Exactly. Clean up the hands and etiquette for etiquette for sneezing and coughing, either with a handkerchief that you dispose, or if you don't have it, just with the elbow, and protect hands and coughing
and sneezing. Okay, so the last question is about traveling. I know that travel to China, it's obviously not recommended, but what about the other countries in Asia?
No, I mean, we don't believe at this point, with the information that we have today, the recommendation of the committee is that there is no travel ban. As you know, the WHO, when there is a national public health emergency, WHO calls a group of experts. This group of experts is from from public health, from clinical, from China. The measures are discussed, and there is no travel ban for traveling to countries in Europe. Or for other countries, there is no reason. You can go happily to Paris, to Spain, my country, or wherever you want to go. And cruises, many people ask about cruises. You can take a cruise, and the measures are there. We are working with IATA. We are working with the marine authorities to make sure that the measures are in there and strengthened, and the personnel is aware of the measures that they need to take. So traveling for now, with information that we have today, is safe.
Okay, and the last question: what is the weather in Spain now?
Fantastic. As you know, we have a very nice and sunny 14 degrees, so come on the weekend.
You're smiling, so I see that the sun is very nice. Oh my gosh, thank you, my love Paloma. Thank you so much that you find the time for us, that you spread correct information. Of course, I will just sign for us where we should find important information and which one is good one, because we know that in the newspapers and in the news we can find some information, but they are not checked, they are not so important for us. So that's why thank you so much that we've got our WHO member from WHO Europe. So I'm so happy and grateful that you find out the time for us and spread the information.
No, thank you to you. You know that we love to work with you. You are a fantastic collaborator. You are key for the response in measles and rubella. You are key for the response in many of the, as a pediatrician, of many of the diseases in kids. We are counting on continue working with you, and I hope that this is not the first. I mean, this is the first of many other interviews to come with me and my colleagues.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much again, and see you next time.
Thank you.
See you in Poland.
Yes. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.